Kathy Kress again, and I am back with my geriatric care management series based on my new geriatric care management operations manual that's on my website, kathykress.com right now. And we're covering a geriatric assessment. And we've already done the first part, which is psychosocial, and we're doing the second part, which is functional, and we've just done something called activities of daily living. And now we're doing something called instrumental activities of daily living. And both of these are tests. It's just like when you go to a doctor, the doctor takes a blood pressure, makes you have all those blood tests, and then sort of reads the tests, which are assessments. And so you, a geriatric care manager, are very much like a doctor, and I've said that many times before. And instrumental activities of daily living are really what an older person needs to function in the community. Activities of daily living, that's basically you need them to be able to function in general. So it's very different. And the most famous scale is by a gentleman named Lawton, developed with Brody, and I'll post that in my next blog. So what's the scale based on? Well, it's based on three kind of major categories, and one is just household chores, and that's cooking, cleaning, and shopping. And also basically the second part is cognitive, and that's using the telephone. You know, you have to, and especially older people now using a cell phone. They're used to the one you hold in their hands. Money management, you have to be able to balance your checkbook, you know, pay your credit cards, pay your bills in general, and meds. Be able to take your meds. Most older people take a number of meds, so even set the meds up. And the last one is mobility. That's walking and balance. Okay, so walking and balance, what we've been doing is we've been going over the whole geriatric assessment with an older gentleman named Mr. Hayek, and you, Ms. Full Charge, the geriatric care manager, are assessing him. And what you've already found out is there's some elder abuse here. There's a woman who's coming in, and that's in a former blog, you can look at it, and she has been, he's been paying her money, and she's been bringing in meals, thus shopping and cooking. And you've just discovered this, Ms. Full Charge, so you're going to have to turn this over to Adult Protective Services and get him to the doctor. And what can he do? Well, first of all, he fell in front of a swimming pool. Now that was how you got to get this case in the first place as a geriatric care manager, because his sister called you from New York and hired you, the geriatric care manager, because he didn't come to the family reunion. So he didn't come supposedly because he fell in front of the swimming pool and he's not going out. You've already found out he's been widowed. He was married for 60 years. So he is basically, he has balance problems. That's how he fell. It wasn't just one fall in front of the swimming pool. He fell several times. The woman who is coming in and taking money from him to do this is doing shopping, and she's doing cooking, so he's not doing that. These are all IADLs. His meds, his son sets up. The son is a long-distance care provider, only comes once a week. He sets up all the meds, and Mr. Hayek isn't even taking those meds. So, you know, that's another instrumental of activity of daily living that he's not doing. And the last is mobility, because you know he's fallen. So Mr. Hayek, your client, Ms. Full Charge, or the geriatric care manager, has a lot of problems with the IADLs. He can only he gets a score of 3, which is very low and means he's highly dependent. So in the next blog we'll be talking about scoring this and about each instrumental activity of daily living. And check out my website, kathykress.com, and my blog. And as you can see, it's winter. It's kind of bare in here now. I've been doing this during the season. So I will see you still in the winter in Santa Cruz, and see you next time.